Alrighty, friend arenas, welcome back. Heck ye. So, let us send that calling card, eh?
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm ready anytime. Haru, I take it we can leave this card's contents to you.
Yes.
Yes, I want to show Mari-san how I feel personally. You ought to rest. I'll get to writing. Tomorrow's the big day. Let's give it our all, guys. I'm really curious what she'll write. Like, I don't know if there's ever been a situation like this in the past with any other palace or jail owner where the person who owns the metaverse place of power, I guess, in order to create like a blanket term for both jails and palaces, has had a personal relationship with one of our party members, and it was clear that that person was a much better person when the party member knew them. Like, it's a very different thing. I wonder how she'll phrase it. I feel like it's going to be more kind and understanding than other ones, but this is also Haru, who has kind of a vicious streak, though I don't really know if that vicious streak is reserved for anyone like Mariko at all, regardless of the evil ways that she thinks and things that she has done. It's really interesting. I'm really interested to see how this is worded, which we will see soon. I'm hype about it. The calling cards are always an interesting part of it, and how they're written and everything. And I think they really explore that well in this game. They're really doing a lot of good things to explore the universe of Persona 5 and the character dynamics and everything a little bit more in Strikers. It's a really good story expansion, and I love that, man. Good evening, Dergy. I'm sorry for the short notice, but could we meet up? I'd like to talk to you. If you have time, it would make me quite happy. I'll be waiting in front of the fountain. Of course, Haru. Oh, it can't be used at this time. I bet I really only have an option to go to Haru. Ah, okay, so I can't even. Hold on, can I even go back in here? It's late, we should hurry to Haru instead. Okay, cool, we literally have to manually go to Haru. Interesting. And that's our only way open to us. I'm not sure how I like that. Hey, it gives the player freedom, but they must go to Haru. I would kinda rather it be like, she texts me and then it just loading screens me to the conversation. I would rather that than give the player control, but they don't actually basically have control because they have to go to a specific place anyway. I don't know. Hello.
I'm sorry to call you out so late.
I was worried about you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being a bee, Naru. And being so strong through all this.
About Mari-san.
Huggle.
It's strange how I couldn't remember Mari-san until now. Even when Hasagawa-san said her name, it didn't quite occur to me who she was. But the moment she called me Haru-chan, suddenly, it felt like a lid popped open in my mind, and my memories came pouring out. I remembered all these things about my childhood, about Mari-san. How could I forget someone I loved so much?
Haru Huggle. Happens to the best of us. I would say that, if you don't have a lot of... I mean, let's think about it, right? If you only knew someone when you were a tiny child, and she really was only an acquaintance at that time, too, so with those two things in mind, I do not blame Haru for forgetting. I think a lot of people forgot adults that were really kind to them when they were kids, as long as they were just acquaintances, right? It makes sense. Happens to the best of us.
I think what happened with my father affected me more than I realized.
Haru Huggle.
All the times we spent together, and the moment he passed away, I must have suppressed those memories deep within my heart.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, too.
At some point, I got used to hiding things away, and I even forgot a good friend like Mari-san.
Haru Hug, I mean, I do not blame her for having to deal with her father and her frickin' fiancé who wanted to just bone her and then basically use her as a sex toy. That's basically all he wanted to do. It was extremely clear. Like, and having all the company saddled, having him die too, and she still cared about him, because she's a good person. She didn't literally hate her father. That's very clear, and it's really amazing that she couldn't bring herself to hate him regardless of how miserable he made her. That's amazing, man. I think she does hate her fiancé though, well, I don't even know if he's even in the picture anymore, which I fucking hope not, for her sake, but I have no clue. I don't know if he's even been brought up at all. I'm glad he hasn't been, because that probably means that that's done and over with, thank fuck. But, I mean, well, her social link does end, I do believe, with that guy from her company calling off the marriage. So, okay, yeah, never mind. The more I thunk about it, that makes sense. Anyway, it's been difficult.
Thanks
really,
for
really
understanding. To be honest, I feel like I was running from the past again.
Well, you were, but let's be honest here. Running from the past always... It's so human and it's so automatic sometimes until we get enough distance from those things to actually sort them out. So, honestly, in my opinion and point of view, like, from my experience of life, running from the past is the only option sometimes until you have the mental ability to sort it out, which requires emotional strength that often takes a while to build and distance from the things that happened, you know? So, it really is just a defense mechanism that your mind and body use to allow you to be able to process those things, because otherwise they'd overwhelm you, you know? That's how I see it, so I don't think she has any real blame here for any of this. Plus, well, Mariko-san's fucking evil now anyway. Let's be honest. We're changing that, and she has good reasons to be, but, you know...
A long time ago, I remember tagging along with Mari-san and my father during a golfing trip. I was so happy running around that I ended up tripping and falling. Then of course I started crying. Then all of a sudden, Mari-san came up to me and said, "Stop crying and get back up." And that shocked me at first because I always thought of her as an extremely gentle person. But because I knew she was so kind, I managed to stop crying and eventually got back up. I remember thinking Mari-san would never say anything out of place. I trusted her completely.
Interesting.
At that point, Mari-san hugged me and said, "No matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and start again. Never forget that." Can you believe it?
Ah, that's cute. But it is kind of sad and ironic, considering she said that to her and look at her, like, not getting back up and starting again in a very, like, obvious way.
I didn't quite understand.
It's kind of funny.
Then.
I think this
I
game's really
now.
good at just, like, outlining humans being human. Like that. It's really good.
There's more to good character than kindness. Being good means dealing with the bad in front of you. It means to take a stand, even when all you want to do is run away. To realize nothing will change if you keep ignoring reality.
Yeah, all true, I would say. Awesome. This game is like, if people just fucking took games as more than just fun things, you can learn a lot of good stuff from these. Because I think these developers actually have a lot of good intentions with making these games in particular, at least. Let's see. You're right.
It's too late to save my father. But it's not too late for Mari-san. This time, I can change things around. I want to tell her exactly what she told me all those years ago. Yes. Thanks for hearing me out. Tomorrow, I'm going to do my absolute best. But for now, good night.
It's late. I should rest up for tomorrow.
Hey. Why is Haru so upset over Mariko Hyodo?
Sophie hugged.
I don't have a heart, so it's hard to understand. Why do people try so hard for others? I wonder if I'll ever know.
Sophie Huggle. Don't give up just yet. I believe...
Virtual assistants feel down when they don't understand something.
Indeed.
It may seem like a simple concept to you, but to me, it makes my mind go...
I love her cute little noises.
But I am humanity's companion.
Indeed.
I am here to learn and grow.
I believe in Sophia you can learn all of the humany heart things. Well... I believe in Sophia.
Good day, everyone. Are we ready to make Sapporo a paradise as pure as snow? Then remember, on election day, please vote Mariko Hyodo.
Ah.
What is that? calling card?
Whoa, it's real.
What's going on? Mariko Kyoto, the false empress with a frozen heart.
Oof. Man, I didn't think Haru would be so, well, no pun intended here, coldness that she's starting off with here.
You are a cold manipulator who treats people as tools to be discarded. We find this unforgivable and will end your reign of abuse. In fact, we will take back the desires you stole this very night. This is
extremely true, and that's why you're getting angry about it.
and they say they're going
Wait,
to
what?
steal my desires?
Why is she so fat? Why is her shadow so fat? I bet that's another symbolic thing. All of the shadow designs are supposed to be like a culmination of their symbolicness. I really wonder why she's fat in her shadow version when she's very skinny in real life. Interesting.
What a bald-faced lie! Those desires are mine and mine alone! As long as I'm the monarch, I won't let anyone stop me!
Very well. I was just beginning to work up an appetite.
Interesting. There's definitely something about eating something, consuming something.
Gobble you up and find out!
But why? I don't really quite get that. The eating. I don't get it, really. I don't understand what that could mean, but it has to be symbolic.
Standing there! Take these wretched things down!
Wait for us, Mari-san. It'll all be over soon.
Let's do this. By the way, I enjoy the fact that On's butt is angled very nicely at the camera. I notice they tend to do that with at least On's and or Makoto's. And I enjoy when both of them are in view because they have nice tight, their bottoms always are very nice. Reframing their bottoms. Anyway, horny Durganness aside for at least like the next 5 seconds. I can't really guarantee any more than that. Did it, hype Durgan, hype Durgan, hype Durgan, hype Durgan, we, hype Durgan. I don't know why I saved twice, I'm just very hyped right now, I guess, I don't know.
Let's go!
Honestly, I ended up saving twice a lot out of, like, habit. It's weird, I don't really know why I do it. Alright. Did you do the doodle deedle, the daddle doodle, this song's fucking awesome! Okay, yeah, we need to just go straight. Hold on. I keep forgetting that whenever we're stealing the Hort, we can just go straight to the end. I don't know why I'm just like, alright, let's go through the whole tale again. I almost said palace, and I'm proud that I did not. Okay. Other checkpoint. Yeah, former government office. Former government office. Is there a former office?
Alright.
There's another, like the former mayor's office? And why is it, like, abandoned? Unless it's, like, a ruined city because of symbolism and that's why it's called former? It's like she's gonna ruin this city this way and she doesn't really care because at least...
Oh, this is...
You know, I don't really get it. Why is everything covered in snow when clearly she wants to prevent... You know, I'll have to really think about the symbolism, because I haven't really yet, and now it's really intriguing me, especially with why is she fat? That's the main thing right now, like, why is her shadow fat? And why is she talking about eating so much? You know, and gobbling people up, I guess. Or competition? But why? Like, what is it about that? And also there's a knife and fork there, too. Why is everything covered in snow when I think she... Like, you know, this distortion came from her wanting to prevent more people being covered in snow to death. So, like, I'm just curious that, like, why is everything covered in snow? Like, the symbol, the eating, like, the snow is at least related to what made her, you know, be like this. But, like, what's with the eating? What's with the... What's with the gluttony thing? I don't get it. I'll probably be, like, backgrounding that while I play the game and have some theories on it later. I tend to do that. I think it's an ADHD thing. I think it's an ADHD strength, actually. It's very nice. Alright. Because, like, if you have, like, a logical dilemma like that, or, like, a creative dilemma like that, your brain will be, like, processing it.
All clear.
And then, I wonder how much this is for non-ADHD people. Because I feel like I've mostly heard this talked about by other ADHD people, which is why I bring this up. Anyway. It'll just kind of store it, and then whenever you're doing other things, it might just suddenly decide to be like, hey, idea! So it's often very helpful as a creative ADHD
We're here
person.
to kick ass and...
Especially if you want to make a living creating, which, yeah, I do. To always, like, have your phone out and just be ready. Have your phone on you and be ready to just at least write things down. In my case, I have Microsoft Office, the app, on my phone, and I just, you know, go ahead and write things down in Word if I need to. I have all my documents that I'm working on currently, and I'll just open it up and be like, I add some real quick if I get a sudden idea that I'm like, holy shit, yes, give me that, you know. It's very helpful, and it helps me get things done, and it feels good. I bet Ryuji wants some of that. But what's with the eating? I don't get it. Maybe her dialogue here will help me figure it out. Because I still don't have a clue. Jesus Christ. She looks ugly in this. Now, the shadow forms tend to look ugly, but just like her fucking mouth is really striking me as right now. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. God damn.
Who the hell is she?
Now, for an older woman, she's actually pretty darn nice looking in real life, but geez, her shadow's ugly. But that's generally how they are. They portray the fact that there is ugliness in them emotionally, and that is what this is expressing. But, like, why the gluttony? I don't get it. I still don't yet.
That couldn't be Mari-san?
Jesus Christ, the tongue makes it worse! God damn it! Normally, I get aroused by women sticking their tongue out, but this is no. This is lots of no.
What on earth happened to her? I'm guessing this is Hyodo's distorted form.
What do you people want? You had best not get in my way. Oh, I'm almost there. Only a few more votes and I'll win re-election.
Huh. Maybe the eating is symbolizing, I'm just gobbling up voters so I can be re-elected and clean the city up. Something like that.
This is wrong, Mari-san.
Or at least maybe that's part of it.
Those votes you gathered by twisting the people's hearts are worthless. And if you don't stop your tyranny, your staff will collapse one by one.
Yep. Hell, I'm pretty damn sure a few of them are already on the verge of collapsing. And I'm sure as the election goes on, they absolutely will, because you're going to keep working them even harder. I'm sure.
I get why it's hard for you to trust people, but you still have to treat them with decency.
You shut your impudent mouth. I've done nothing wrong.
That's extreme. God, every facial expression is like, no! Like, okay. The other shadows were really bizarre, but, like, this one's really striking me in the ugly. Like, ugh, I don't want to look at that. I do not want to look at her face at all. Just because all of her mouth expressions are like, no.
I will wring out every last ounce of corruption from my staff by working them into the ground.
Jesus Christ.
I'll silence all charlatans who betray me. I will consume every last vote in the city.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's a metaphor. Okay, It's a metaphor for gobbling up voters so that she can be reelected. That's kind of clever. I like that.
Only then can I build a safe haven, a radiant snow city that sparkles like winter.
You know, I kind of would rather her model expression because it's a little bit less ugly to be the one that is portrayed, but like every single expression is clearly made specifically to be very ugly and horrendous and menacing looking. Cause like, look at her portrait, and then again, just look at the model. I'm definitely gonna zoom in on the model here in editing, more than likely, unless I forget or I end up glossing over it because I end up not editing the whole video. I end up doing that often because I'm still getting into the groove of editing a whole hour-ish video because it's a lot of work. If anyone knows anything about just editing things enough to where, you know, even you just don't have a lot of weird mouth sounds in there, or like background noise or silence, and you cut out like extraneous ramblings. At least that's a lot of what I've had to do because of how I am. You know, like, in order to make them more concise and nice to listen to. Because the commentary is the most important part to me. Doing that, all that, takes hours and hours. And I'm still working on, like, having the work ethic to do that consistently, every video. The entire thing. Because a lot of times, I just press render way before the video's done being edited entirely. And because they're Let's Plays, I feel I can get away with it to a degree, but I definitely want to eventually... And I think I will get there before the end of this year. In fact, no. My goal is to be there before the end of this year. And, like, way before the end of this year, hopefully. Just continue pushing my work ethic a little farther until I just have it. Because I have more and more and more investment in this YouTube thing, and so I just do it. And I'm starting to get more of, like, an excitement and a fulfillment from editing. Because the more I put into this, the more I you know, and because it's something I love already, the more it grows and the more it just becomes something I just do and enjoy doing and can relish doing, even the parts I found boring before. It's just slowly going in that direction, and it feels good, man. Anyway, just not there yet, but I will be. I almost guarantee you it will not be very long before I'm just editing whole videos. Anyway, all the time, because I've already edited some of them whole, for certain, but not most of them. Anyway, but that will change, and it will feel good. And I will probably redo all these early series at some point, with full editing, and probably better editing too, and better commentary, and better structure, and everything. It'll be great. At least I'd like to, one day. Alright, this isn't the way to do it.
Listen to him. When you take away someone's desire, you rob them of their agency, the ability to make their own decisions.
Then, when you overwork the fuck out of people, you kind of are killing them.
So what good does it do to turn your loyal citizens into mindless drones? Isn't it better to let them arrive at their own conclusions? To follow their own hearts?
How dare you lecture me!
Good job, Yor. You tell her.
Oh my god, Sophie's a beady bean.
Mari-san, say goodbye to the countless desires you stole. Because Beauty Thief and the Phantom Thieves
Are
of
course.
To take them back.
I love how she just owns the Beauty Thief name so much, even though Morgana just gave it to her on a whim. I love that quirk about her character so much. Let's do it.
Honestly.
Yes! Epic boss theme time! I love this song so fucking much! Time for probably more disgusting things. Yes, I understand you're gobbling up votes. I get it, game. I get it now. You can stop with the disgusting symbolism. I think these developers don't like politicians very much. Between her and... Okay, yeah, I thought this would be really close. Yep! Between her... She's like a frog now, or like a
What you're doing is wrong. So we'll be taking those desires back.
Shut your prissy little mouth! What would you know? I will consume all who oppose me, no matter who they are!
Between her and freaking, I'm forgetting his name.
Not the time to stuff your face.
Cheeto from 5 itself.
Be careful.
I don't think these people like politicians very much. Or at the very least, they're probably trying to send a message about politicians in Japan. Because I bet there's actually a lot of them that are kind of like this, if not so cartoonishly evil.
Stop! A nuclear attack on Houston! Ready for anything! Give it to me! These are skills down in
I could also play a lot of Fawn just because she's probably going to do a lot of damage to her.
follow-up, Sophie!
I'm also wondering how much I can autopilot this the way I normally do because of the fact that it's, you know, I'm at the next boss. I do like the aesthetic of this fight so far. I'll just play a lot of On right now, I guess. I wanted to play a lot of Makoto, especially because now she has more better nuke damage. What a toy. But I'll definitely use a lot of On just because this would be her Palace to Shine damage type wise. And there's no way fire does not do damage to her. Although, I wonder if now, hold on. No, see, yeah, now, yeah, she turned red, interesting, and now I bet she was weak, and remember, I can actually look at weaknesses, Dergy. But yeah, now she's actually weak to, Haru should be here for this fight, but I have side damage, so, it's also strong to nuke, so never mind. But it might actually not be at another point, so I'll have to remember that. But yeah, time to switch to Joker. Because I don't have Haru, and I kind of feel like thematically she should be here. But, oh well. Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ! Wait, what? Wait, I just skipped Futaba's dialogue. She ate on. Jesus. Can I make her spit her out? I hope to fuck. I probably should not have.
You're mine.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus Christ in the handbag. Did Joker just? Yeah. Oh no. Okay, no, hold on. Do I have her pop a Midaya? No, I'll just have her pop a Diorama on Joker. Two of them. Make sure he's high. Not like high on drugs, but high on amount of health.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh boy, her attack patterns. I very well might get fucked by this at least once. Despite, like, how overpowered I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually pay attention. That's for sure, I thought. Yeah! Yeah, me think so. I'm probably gonna take a break and then attempt this again. Because I'm probably deader. But, hold on. Does she have, yeah, she has Recarm. Or Recarm? But she can't. Oh, never mind. She can if she has to select a dead person, duh. Let's just have her re-as Joker now. And dear him. Have him keep curse damaging her hopefully.
I'll do it.
I'm actually gonna watch her patterns now, because yeah, I need to care. Because she's the boss I'm supposed to be up against right now, not my. I am dodging things. Feel good. Dodging a lot more things than I was expecting, actually.
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness! Oh, how cool!
Oh boy.
Take this! Persona! Ravage them!
I use it above her head and still hit her. It looks like it's just like in a vertical column. It'll hit whatever it would hit horizontally, I think. Interesting. At least I think that is, unless her hitbox is also up there. Oh god! Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Frickin'... Okay. How do I get to items again? Think. I don't remember how to get to items. How do I look at the items that I have and use them? Okay. Pause button. Options button. Alright. What's the highest level HP restored mofo I have here? Give me that 120-ass motherfucker.
Okay.
Also, do I have... Hold on, I do, don't I? I'm gonna res everyone. I think I have red stuff sitting around. Boss fights are the time to use them. If I bullshit this try, I will feel very proud of myself. I'm gonna try my best too. I really am trying my best because, whilst I'm not, I'm still like remembering how to play a video game without not caring, and that actually takes effort. So I actually am trying my best, friends. I promise. And it's expedited by just the fact. It's also like made more of a thing by just how my brain functions. But anyway. Words. Okay, revival beads. I was sitting right on them, except I only have one. But I swear I had more than one sitting around. I'll do Makoto because she has the Arama, but I feel like I should have done Sophie because she has Recarm. I don't think Makoto has that. Do I have any more... Revivey boys? I don't think so, actually.
Let's go.
It's immune to electricity, plus it's real strong. Watch your back.
Okay, so now it doesn't like curse or it's been in that. Did it finally spit on back up or? I think yeah, it did. There she is. She's back. Yeah, that will not kill me. Okay. A lot of those do not do much to the big boys. Those are finishing small fries and also being actual finishing moves. But it seems like some of these skills are more effective at that. It's interesting. For bosses and stuff. Okay. Thank you, Dergy. Gonna have Kodo use the aroma on poor. There we go. Switch back to Joker for his curse.
Sure. Persona.
And I'm just gonna keep using the curse. I'm gonna keep using my eAt. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm glad I gave him my eAt because I didn't know she would be weak to curse, but she is. I'm glad I decided to put that on. She's still more. I just remembered that I thought Shiso was like a Psy type, but I remember now I did not put Psy on it, but I had the ability to get some nice Psy stuff on it. So I think I was still mentally fixated on that, because if you watch my P5 playthrough, especially towards the end of the game, I was, actually no, from 90% of the game, I was very obsessed with stacking up, damage bonuses and things, and just being a god at certain, having each character and each persona for Joker, to some degree or another, be a god and doing one thing really good. So, usually that's damaging and forgotten people, but not all the time. With like a specific type of thing.
You either eat or be eaten!
And you can get nuts with that towards the end of the game. Especially if you're over leveled, you can just break the entirety of the last portion of Royal. It's kind of sad. Like, it's an expansion that's meant to be harder, but I broke it because I was so over leveled. I just fucking bulldozed it.
Fully consumed with rage. Everyone, keep your guard up.
You're mine.
Totally unstable, but it can do massive damage with psychokinesis attacks.
I'm literally just gonna do this and use SP for the moment on him. But like, what's great is that he has so much SP to go around anyway that...
Go for it, Oracle! Let me get that one. Roger! That skill just now? Perfection! One down, more to
Still
go!
just not perfection. I love Futaba's interjections and her cheering on the party. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Do I... Yeah, I'd rather keep Makoto high.
Yours.
I'm gonna call Joker's section. What? Or she could die if Joker could too? What the fuck? How the shit-ass bitch motherfucker did that even occur whatsoever? I'm screwed now, because I don't think I have a resi ability. This is why I pay attention, friend, Oh, Jesus Christ in a handbag. I don't know why I'm saying in a handbag. I don't know where I got Christ in a handbag from. Pretty sure I basically just took all the... I know I've heard Christ on a bike and stuff like that. I've heard other Jesus Christ related swears and stuff. Yep, dead on, dead party, dead whoopsie. First attempt at like the next story boss is a party wipe. Does seem about right for the difficulty level this should be, but it's weird because the whole palace was a joke up to now, and that's been, I think, a trend. The bosses are the only even kind of challenging part, and that's I've noticed that that's a lot of games, even a lot of older games. I feel like I'm a bit over leveled. I must still be a bit over leveled, but you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and use this opportunity to bring Haru in. I say that though, but I'm keeping Makoto because it's Makoto. Actually, you know, should I even do that? Because On does fire, but she actually doesn't. Maybe I should replace On, honestly, with Haru. I think I'll do that. Because now I know that the main form is actually weak to Curse and Sai. So yeah, replace Haru with On. So, yeah, and I was not expecting the Ice Queen to not be weak to fire, basically, but she ain't really. It's interesting. So, I think she is for a little bit, and then she changes form and she's not. But don't quote me, she might have never been. I never checked it first. Alright, retry battle? Yes, that's right. Yeah, you can always retry battle and... Oh, wait! Hold on, did I ever spend these spawn points, or did I somehow get 8 more randomly? I think I got 8 more randomly, because I think I remember leveling Safecracker up. Yeah. Okay, so I will go ahead and do this. I didn't realize I had these. These will help, for sure. Let me think about what I could use here. Endurance boost might be very nice for, you know, this. You know what? I'll just endurance boost as much as I can here. 2 of them. Bam. Easy peasy. And I think I might save those others. Yeah, I'm just gonna save the rest for now. Yeah. Equip.
Yo!
Words, no, not equip. What I needed was, party. I needed, wait, what? I'm so confused. Where's the party? Can you even change your party? Can you? Hold on. Can I do that, like, in the equip screen? No, I can't do that in the equip screen. Can I do that? Okay, I don't think I can change party. Okay. Oh well, let's try this again.
Whoa, what's with all the food?
Now's not the time to stuff your face. Here she comes.
You're mine.
And I knew Ryuji would say something about eating all that food.
I'll get them.
Also, I could do that more than not at all.
Strong as always!
It's interesting how you can use all this stuff against her, but you can always use environmental stuff against the boss. And even against enemies, too, regularly, or palaces, and I like that environmental thing. Really adds to this game's combat, and all the environmental stuff. I think they really thought out all the specific mechanics in this game, for sure. This game's so fun.
You insist on standing in my way!
Because you're doing evil shit. That's kind of what we do, is stand in the way of people that are doing evil shit. You know? I don't know you heard, but we're video game protagonists. It's kind of what we do. Poor On. I might as well just not even... She always eats On, too! What does she have against On? She's eaten On twice now. Is it because I've been using her, or what? I wonder what it is. Wait, hold on! Okay, I get it now. Chandelier things. Do chandelier things. Unless it doesn't hit her. Did I get her? No. Please work this time? Okay, yeah. That will do it. Okay. Now that I'm paying enough attention to have even read that a little bit, because let's be honest, I didn't read the whole thing. I only read enough to be like, oh, chandelier, the camera's pointing at the chandelier. Autopiloting as much as I've done for regular areas will not cut it for the story boss I'm up against next. I get it now. Ouch, Makoto. I guess you can just need Daya a bunch of times.
I'm so grateful.
Right now, we're gonna get you and Dawn up. One more for now. Actually, I'm just gonna keep having Joker do a bunch of Maiha as well, just because.
I'm gonna talk too. Okay. Wicked follow-up, Sophie.
It's over!
Oh, I can all-out attack.
It's over!
Yes.
Let's go!
Azzy, Joker!
You're mine!
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse.
Take it!
Okay, using gun stuff very much at all is not super fun.
More! There's still more! I must eat every last one of you!
Please don't.
You either eat or be eaten!
And that's the mindset that made you this fucked up. We're about to help you realize that.
Gravity!
Following up! That combo strike was devastating! Plenty more where that came from.
Son is awesome. God.
Give it to me! Bingo! That's still just wrong?
Madness.
Really amazing, Panther.
It's on here!
I'll do it!
Well, at least the games have been like, I don't know about how.
This one's long, and
The
I
more corporate you get, the more you do questionable things.
Wicked follow-up, Sophie!
Which is why I'd love to make games, but I want to stay indie. Super Giant.
How about this beautiful combo,
To
Panther?
avoid ever being associated with it. Like, having that happen in a company I'm involved in would feel so bad.
Joker, you hit its weakness!
Any kind of questionable
You're
thing.
mine! Alright, Joker!
Just so much of the beginnings.
Fully consumed with rage.
So many of them. Gouching. Heal yourself, Makoto.
Time for this! This is my other self!
Yeah. Persona! You're mine! Freeze! Come! Take it!
Still connect! That was awesome!
Persona! Gravity!
Finish it!
It's over!
Will this actually do it? Nope, not quite. Actually, maybe not. Maybe? Yeah! Okay, cool. Feels good. Well, you're already kind of a monster, so I mean, you sort of needed to fall anyway. Unfortunately. Huggle. But I definitely get her mindset to a degree. These people are very sympathetic. I don't think any of them... They go out of their way to make none of them seem like just evil bastards like Sojiro and honestly Kamishita. Like, it's interesting because 5 itself, pretty much every villain you're up against, with exceptions, a lot of them, are just straight up evil bad people. that you then turn good. These people are just misguided. More like. I feel like more of them okay, they all have reasons to be the way that they are, except I don't know about Kamoshida. Like, Kamoshida's just fucking... He was just a bastard before he even had... Honestly, Kamoshida never really had good reasons. I don't think any of the more I think about it, this game really does have more good reasons to be evil. And then granted, in 5 there's palaces like Futaba's, Sai's arguably. Although I do think she's kind of bordering on evil before you help her out. And, Maruki's too. Oh, that's a spoiler, I'm sorry for Royal. Oh well. But yeah, like... Okay. Merakion instead of Meraki. Sounds like a duh. Who else needs skills? No one? Okay, wow, that's kind of amazing to me.
Not yet! I won't let it end this way!
Sorry, Mariko. It's gotta end.
I need to wipe out all of Sapporo's injustice!
You kinda can't do that, and you can't do it with more injustice for sure, unfortunately.
Please stop! Haven't you done enough?
What?
You're a kind person, Mari-san, and I know you've tried to shoulder all of this alone. The staff member who took bribes, the councilman who tried to set you up, even the girl who died in the accident. Each of these things grieved you, and in order to make a city where none of it could reoccur, you took action as you saw fit. Am I right?
As the mayor, I know very well that little girl's death was ultimately my fault. But my staff betrayed me, all for their insatiable greed. I thought I could leave that awful position behind. Unfortunately, it wasn't as simple as that. Had I gone, I'd only be replaced by greedy scum. That's why I never stepped down. In this world, it's either eat or be eaten. And with circumstances so cruel, I decided I'd be the one doing the eating. Even if every last one of my votes were false, at least I could use them to make the world a better place. But if I was replaced as mayor, who would be there to honor that little girl's memory? An innocent girl lost her life, yet I could do nothing to stop the evil still afoot.
It's not too late to set this right. First, you must tell the people everything that happened. Then can you get a fresh start? But this time, on your own strength.
That would be impossible. I cooperated with those awful men to hide the truth. That way I could continue being mayor. There's nothing I can do.
Hug for Haru.
Stand up, Mariko Hyodo! Are you just going to stay knocked down? You are a kind and strong woman, not someone who collapses over mistakes. So stand up and hold your head up high. Because no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and start again.
Aw, that's what she told her before. I'm sick of tearing up, man. This is good shit.
Yes. You said that to me a long time ago. Even if you told the people the truth about the incident, there are those who would still see the good in you. Don't let your position ruin you. Think back to what you stood for.
You know what I'd really like? I'd really like this game to, at some point, I kind of doubt it will, but I really hope so, actually illustrate how these people have changed, because they really set up these specific people for doing good in this game so far, after their jail, reign is ended. It's clear that, well, I mean, now all three of them are going to jail, probably, at least a little bit, but, it's like, I just really, all of them get set up for, you can do good now. You can now, I really hope, I think she's kind of ruined in the fashion industry, but I'd really like to see some sort of, extra information on what Alice is doing now, and what good she hopefully is doing now, and what, and Ongo hopefully writing again, and writing good things that are actually critically acclaimed on their own merit. And, you know, Mariko doing some kind of good humanitarian work. You know, I'd really love to see that happen, because they really set it up. I really hope that comes up sometime in this game. I have a feeling it both may and may not. I have a feeling it's just going to be left for interpretation and to be meant as a neat little bow to end each arc with, but I really would like them to expand on it. If not, I might actually take it upon myself to, like, write a fan fiction where I, like, imagine what all three of them are doing in the future for good work. Like, have Joker walking around with, it'll be Makoto because, and they'll be married at that point because it's my fanfic. But, like, you know, and it's like seeing all these people doing good things. I'd like to do that if this game doesn't have it.
She's right, Mayor. You can't give up.
If you tell everyone your side of things, they'll listen.
When my father died, I felt like my heart was going to break. But thanks to the Phantom Thieves, I was able to stand strong and move forward.
Wow.
That's why I know you can too. Remember the part of you that taught me to get back up, no matter how many times I fall.
Ah.
Yes. You're right. Thank you, Haruka.
Oh.
What I've done was wrong. I drove my employees to the brink and used a strange power to manipulate the votes. I was so driven by my personal agenda, I lost sight of how I originally felt. And why I ran for mayor in the first place. To make a city beloved by everyone. To give back to the home where I was raised. That's reason enough to take another stand. I won't make this mistake again. I never needed this power from the start.
Mariko, hug.
Haru-chan, you've grown so much.
Ma.
Your father must be so happy in heaven.
Aw. Many heartstring
Mari-san.
tuggle. Yeah.
Happy?
Oh. Ah, so.
This place is collapsing! Let's go!
Of course. Except it isn't, is it? It's not actually collapsing, but of course they have to have that because it's like the Persona 5 thing now. But, you know. But I know we can go back here later. That's how it's always been.
That took us quite a while.
Haru, you were fantastic.
Wow. You just got me torched. I'm liking all the different, like, names for all the different, balances. And yeah, gluttony makes sense for her in that voter context. Indeed, she was fantastic. Now, I hope your arc is next, Makoto. I really do. You did great.
It was only because you were all with me.
Wow.
But I do wonder if Mari-san will be okay.
Wow.
I'd say so. Her shadow disappeared like they always do.
Yeah, your feelings definitely reached her. I'm sure her heart has changed for the better.
Wow.
Well, I guess this wraps up the mission. We still need to confirm that the citizens are all back to normal. It'd be nice if we could do that right away.
Can't we grab something to eat first? I'm hungry enough to pass out here.
Has a point. Battles can't be fought on an empty stomach.
The battle's already over, but still.
Hey, can we try Genghis Khan? That delicious lamb barbecue dish?
Ooh, that's a must in Hokkaido.
What? I thought we were finally getting lobster hot pot.
Since when did we decide that? Why would we when it's so damn hot out?
But if you think about it, isn't Genghis Khan also sort of like hot pot?
No way! Isn't it supposed to be barbecue?
Well, cooking Genghis Khan does require a utensil called a Genghis Khan pot. And you can't barbecue in a pot.
Interesting. I don't even know what sukiyaki is. Then it really is hot pot, I guess.
Ha! I figured as much. Then to lobster hot pot we go.
No, we didn't say that.
What even is this conversation?
We finished this conversation. That's a good. Yeah, that's probably the only valid thing to say about this, isn't it? I'm glad Haru's happy now. I love this game and these
was
characters.
that a smile just now?
I like seeing you happy a lot.
Yeah, straight from Sapporo. It's Beauty Thief's award-winning smile.
Oh my god, cute.
I'm relieved too. I thought you might be weighed down by all that's happened.
Wow.
Indeed. She was so weighed down that she met up with our leader for a private midnight chat.
Wow.
Huh? Were you watching?
I can feel a strong bond with my friends. Wow. Ammo hoarder. See, that seems a little bit... Okay.
All right, Sophia.
That could just be interpreted as offhand embarrassment, and if Makoto's laughing too, then... Again, okay. The game clearly is throwing, like, things that you could interpret as flirting or not flirting at you with every female character, because it's a Persona game, and I'd rather, like, it not even do that unless you choose, unless you're on the path of the person, you know? And then just lock out all the others unless you're, like, you start getting involved with another girl, and then they start doing that, and I'd really like the, you know, the conversation to get more, like, complicated like that, like, there's two girls that react a certain way, and then look at each other like, wait a minute, like, but that would be so much work, I understand, you know what I mean, but, like,
Sophia? Sorry. Okay, I've got it.
Yeah. And these games are not primarily dating sims. It's just like a side element to them. But I love the characters in them, so I can't help but want better dating sim stuff, you know? Makoto's jacket's hot. Always gotta say that.
Well, everyone seems pretty normal to me.
Their fanatical support for Mariko Hyodo appears to have died down.
Indeedio, feels good, man.
I'm glad they're back to their senses.
Same
But
dude.
it just goes to
Oopsie.
show how powerful a monarch's influence can be.
Hold on. Accidentally skipped over Makoto's dialogue.
I'm glad they're back to their senses. What a drastic change.
Indeed.
Hey, guess what? Kyoto-san's holding a press conference right now.
Thank you all for taking your time to gather here today. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to share with everyone. As of today, I will be resigning from office. I do not intend to seek re-election either. During my time as mayor, I've betrayed all of your trust. You may think of me as a mayor who's earned your trust, but in truth, there's plenty that I'm ashamed of. The snow sculpture that collapsed was built by an unscrupulous company that bribed one of my staff. In spite of my responsibility, I neglected to see the finer details and went ahead with the construction. As a result, the sculpture ended up collapsing, and a girl's precious life was lost. Furthermore, I elected to cover up the truth, all so I could save my position. I've been garnering votes I didn't deserve in order to stay on as mayor. I betrayed everyone to protect myself and covered it up by allowing more wrongdoing. I am among the guilty. That little girl, she died because of me.
Huggle.
As such, I will have the police reinvestigate the case and offer my full assistance. And again, I will drop out of the election and forfeit my position as mayor.
Seems that Hyodo-san's made up her mind.
I wonder if she'll be arrested.
I love all of these gathering in different places to talk, especially in this game because, you know, there's so many different places. Because that's, like, one of the big points of this game is we're traveling everywhere. It's awesome.
Good question.
Oh, Yoda was afraid that if she wasn't the mayor, she couldn't protect her people.
She could have told the truth and made her underling take the blame. but she was concerned about other evils potentially lurking in the shadows.
I think this turned out for the best. Mari-san wouldn't have wanted to hide her mistake forever. Zenkichi is on the line.
Hey, you guys see Hyodo's press conference?
We did.
Yep. You all did a bang-up job. Really, can't thank you enough. They plan on bringing Kyoto in as a key witness regarding the accident. I knew you'd want to analyze her phone, too. So I pulled a few strings, and now I'm her personal chauffeur. At least as far as the station. If you want, I can open up some time for you to talk to her. Just tell me where you want to meet.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. How could you ever forgive me, Kaho-chan?
Huggle.
Mari-san.
Haru-chan, listen, there was something wrong with me. It's like I was in a terrible dream. I don't know when it was that my heart grew so cold. But after what you told me, I remembered who I really was inside. When I became mayor, I wanted to protect the city and everyone in it as if they were my own family. I remembered that feeling.
I'm tearing up, man. This voice actress is doing a really good job. Oy.
Thanks to you, I've finally been able to confront myself. And I realized that I was doing a horrible disservice to that girl. I had lost sight of reality and begun acting self-righteous. Nothing I did was for her sake.
But Mari-san, you were doing the best you could.
Aw. Haru's such a kind person.
No, it's the truth. Had I not realized my mistake, I would have likely continued to hurt even more people. But that's not what Kaho-chan would want. So let me say, thank you, Haru-chan. Thank you for saving this city, for saving my family.
Mari-san!
Your father's recent passing must have caused you so much turmoil. I'm sorry I added to it. But if there's anything I can do for you in the future, any way I can be there, just ask me. I say this because you're a precious part of my family, too.
Thank you so much, Mari-san.
Wow.
Oh, Haru-chan!
I'm happy for you, Haru.
I suppose I must get going. Though I am concerned about the state of affairs I've left our city in. I'll leave it up to my successor. An arrogant wretch like me has no place being the mayor.
Don't call yourself that. You're certainly not like that anymore. I guess you could have called yourself that when you were the ruler of the palace, but the monarch of the jail, but, well, that's not the truth anymore.
Does that mean you won't be involved in politics anymore?
Yes. I'm too ashamed to show my face in public. And at my age, there are plenty of younger folks who can...
Mayor.
You're...
I saw the news. So you're resigning. And you're leaving politics for good?
That's right. I've promised to step down and never...
You can't be serious! Resigning won't bring her back. In fact, it won't change a thing.
Interesting.
Oh. Nothing can change what happened to my daughter.
Hey, shouldn't we get in there?
Hold that thought a moment.
So you can't. You can't just run away. You need to start over and become our mayor again.
Interesting.
What?
I was not expecting this at all. Because, as far as I know, Alice just left the fashion industry. And she said, I'll do something good now, right? And whilst, what's his name? I forget the name of the second palace ruler right now. But he, I keep calling them palace rulers because I played so much 5 and 5 Royal. But, the Sendai jail, monarch, he said he was gonna write again, but for now he is stopping, and so, like, it's interesting, it's like, there's less, this is absolutely what's gonna happen next kind of a thing, at least as far as I'm aware.
When I was weeping with rage and grief, you stood there and cried with me instead of running away. You were there when I needed someone the most. I know your character more than anyone.
Interesting.
Ma'am, thank you for sharing your heart with me. Then I promise to both you and your daughter, I would stand back up and become
stand back up.
Again.
Another tie-in to what she said to Haru all those years ago. I love this so much, man.
Mari-san.
Oh.
I don't get it. I know this is a sad moment. Everyone is crying, but it also feels warm and kind. How would you describe this?
It's interesting. Man, to me, joy and happiness are rather different. So I don't really know how to... Let me think about this. What is this to me? I don't think this is happiness. Happiness to me is an overall feeling and things are great. Joy is more of just like any kind of momentary, yeah, this is good. Like, I think I'll go, it's joy.
I see. So that's why Haru helped Hyodo transform sadness into happiness.
Yeah, I like that. I like her little interpretations so much. They're so adorable. And pretty right on the nose, despite how simple they are, I'd say.
Recording valuable data. Sophia has learned happiness.
Wow. I love her arc going throughout the game of learning more stuff about human beings. Yeah. That must be the mom of the girl passed. Actually, wait, I'm pretty sure she did voice act this, and I was talking over it. Sorry.
No, it seems like she really understood Hyodo's intentions.
You know, in fact, I will go ahead and replay it, just because.
That must have been the mom of the girl who passed away.
You know, it seems like she really understood Hyodo's intentions.
I'm so happy for you, Mari-san.
She reminded me of what Haru said in jail.
Stand up, Mariko Hyodo! Like that?
Hey! That was a tender moment. There's no need to reenact it.
Yeah, but you played it so cool back there. It really touched my heart.
I love all the bonding. Well played, Beauty Thief.
Could you please forget it already?
Indeed, truly moving.
You did good.
I love this. I love all the camaraderie in this game. And with, you know, if you've played 5 the whole way through, then I think this game is just so much more amazing, but it stands on its own as a great game too. Because the character development is so good in this one. I'm loving it. And I'm loving the continuation of 5 here. This is a very good story continuation. Well, we solved the problem in Sapporo. The question now is, what connects next? Doesn't seem like we'll be making much progress until Zenkichi gets back. Should we do some sightseeing while we wait? Though it is kind of late, I guess. Well, it is nighttime and there's some things open only at night, so I will check those out. At this hour, I would recommend the Ferris wheel over in Suzushino. Yes. Oh, that's a good idea. You should go invite someone to come out. Please let me invite Haru. I'm thinking about Haru so much because, you know, it was her arc, but Makoto. Please let me invite Makoto to that, please. I would be so happy. But yeah, for now, I'm actually gonna save this here. I've been playing for over an hour. So this is a good time to stop the Let's Play, stop this episode. So I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day, and I'll see y'all in the next video, friends.